Friday night. And we call this Friday edition Friday Night Live. Thank you for being here. Glad you're here. Let me know how you're doing, what's going on. Happy Friday. Things are intense, as we all know. Quite intense. When you think that they won't get more intense, they get more intense. Have you noticed that? See who we want in our background view. We have Democracy Smurf, Betty and Benny Bunny. Just, reminding you, Fox lies. We have Elliot the Democracy Elf and his wife Judy. Kind of can't see them in the tree. Costumes, candy corn costumes, compliments of Judy, who is one of our viewers, who made clothes for them. We got some really special people here on this channel in the chat. Stop Project 2025. It's a recipe for fascism. It's a recipe for a fascist takeover of America. I'm sensing that not enough people know. Michael, how are you doing in storm-ravaged Florida? I've been thinking about you. If you've seen any of the footage from that storm, from the two hurricanes, it's unbelievable. And everyone wants to know how you are. Michelle, I missed you today. I did call. All right. What I just heard just now, before I came on, was that Ron DeFascist is spending his time... Oh, Michael has no internet. How are you... You must be on your phone. Ron DeFascist is concerning himself with making it a crime. This is Ron DeFascist. I called you twice, Michelle. Nobody answered. We'll deal with that later. So Ron DeFascist is concerning himself with sending, with making criminalizing TV stations that run ads for no abortion bans. Maybe it wasn't meant to be, Michelle. Sorry. I'm going to do my best to stay on topic. So I just saw that. Oh, Fred says hello. Hi. Good to see you. Joan. Did you guys hear that? That Ron DeFascist is concerning himself with making it a crime in the state of Florida to run ads, TV stations to run ads that have to do with supporting women's rights. He's appropriately named by us Ron DeFascist. We our psychic channels kind of started calling him that. Unbelievable. I'm so glad you're here too. I listened to Obama last night. It was incredible. I was really so pleased. I was remembering that in 2020, Obama jumped in right around this time for Joe Biden in 2020, and he made a big difference. So I'm going to maybe start there, but there's so much to read on tonight. I am seeing people writing about seeing the Northern Lights. I actually didn't go out to see them. I might do that tonight. It's interesting, isn't it? Like, I'd never seen the Northern Lights my whole life, and now they're showing up. I've got some great pictures of the Northern Lights from May of this year. I think so. There's also a big comet going by the Earth. I don't know if it's still going by. It's a lot of energy, that's for sure. So Obama was incredible. That man has a gift. That man has a gift of speaking. And Michael's saying he cannot stand to Satan. What I mean, I can't. The contrast between Obama, between Kamala and Tim and Biden, the contrast between them and the MAGA Trumpsters and the Ron DeFascists and the Ted Cruzes and the Greg Abbotts and, you know, the Rick Scotts and the whole slew of them, Paul Gosar, you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, the whole slew of them. The contrast couldn't be more stark. And so when that kind of thing happens, I like to tell people that gives us a bit of leverage in a way. I mean, we've got to just kind of look at the positive, right? Because we will choose very, very, very strongly to focus on what we want, and we don't want the fascists. We do not want the fascists. Jim Jordan, yep, he's going after the head of the FTC. What are you saying about Jim Jordan? Because they're investigating a car dealership in Arizona and unfair prices. What a waste of effing time. Hey, Augustina. It's mind-boggling. They stand on their pedestal of evil and cruelty and hating one another. They stand on their big podiums of, we hate everyone. And then Trump gets out there and he's giving some kind of a speech in an economic forum in Detroit. And he's saying Detroit is, I don't know what word he used, but he's insulting Detroit. Did anybody see that? The racism, the hatred, what is it, like mass migration? Was not mass migration. I'm thinking about what's going to happen to people in global climate change disasters. Deport all the immigrants in this country that was founded by immigrants. Well, the Native Americans were here first, but that was built by each and every one of us, unless you're a Native American, by our ancestors. Deport the immigrants. The hatred and the vitriol, lying about this storm, telling people that if you hate the government, don't trust the government doesn't want to help you. Basically what they're doing is they're projecting their evil and cruelty onto the Biden administration, saying the Biden administration, getting people to believe that the Biden administration is the agent of cruelty, because all they do is project. Yeah, it was built by the slaves and the immigrants. Well, in a terrible way, the slaves were also immigrants. But I know what you're saying. It's a lot. If you missed Obama, go back. You know, we have this wonderful thing called YouTube. Here we are. If you missed Obama, go back and do yourself a favor and check that out. Now, we have a small group thus far tonight, and I just want you all to know that I've pretty much gotten to a point where I have given up. I don't like to fight. I don't like to plead. I don't like to complain without getting results. I'm not that way, so I'm just going with what we have. I've asked people to resubscribe if they've been unsubscribed. Think about it as the voter rolls. They don't want us to have a voice. They don't want us to be seen. They don't want us to have power. So what they're doing is they're making sure that they keep the numbers way down, and mine keep going down more and more. And I have given up on fighting with YouTube and fighting with the powers that be. I'm not giving up on fighting for democracy. Thank you to those of you, and you know who you are, who are fully understanding of what I'm going through. And send me nice things. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, they're knocking subscribers. I mean, it's a compliment indirectly. right? And thank you for those of you that went to the trouble per my request to make sure that you're still subscribed, and make sure that you hit the thumbs up and the notification bell. I'm being punished for telling the truth. I'm being punished for writing songs that are telling the truth. And Google is way more rich than I am by gazillion, trillion, millions, bazillion. 3 cards about the Obama effect. See, there's only like 133 people here. Yeah, let's hope YouTube changes after the election, right? Let's read about that first. It's pathetic. It's frustrating. I'm going broke. And I'm doing my best to remedy that, but this is a big part of the reason. I do, some of the subscribers are bots, because I bought them for $10 a month. I'm not going any more than that. So we're going to pull 3 cards about, will YouTube change? Thank you for your support and putting encouragement for people to help up there. My numbers have only gone down. And we all love each other, so it's not lack of love. I'm gonna start with Cheryl Clark's question, or she mentioned maybe YouTube will change once the election's over. Will they? The opportunity for them to change is there. The Knight of Swords indicates to me that pro-democracy channels are knocking it out of the park in terms of viewership. Midas Touch, for instance, is far surpassing the mainstream media networks. So what YouTube is going to see, and they're going to miss out on this glorious opportunity to, do better. And actually, thank you, Michael. Yeah, I'm not complaining about you guys not helping. I would like to get some business, but I'm just going to stop asking. The definition of insanity. As far as YouTube and Google changing, they're going to continue to inflict pain. They're going to continue to brainwash the masses. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. But they're missing an opportunity to do better with the public, because the channels that they're actually making money off of, they're not going to shut down. Aquarian deck tonight. Yeah, it was just in front of me. So that was a little bit inconclusive as far as will YouTube change after the election, but I actually do see them being held accountable for unethical practices. So yeah, so there's that. They're missing an opportunity to do the right thing by the people. All right, thank you, Cheryl. There's some magic going on in the Democratic Party. There's some real magic going on. Dave is saying, I think the orange turd should wrestle at a Komodo dragon pay-per-view. It's getting rank. It's getting, with the loser. We'll just call him the loser. I can't even believe what he has brought me to publicly talk about. The loser. That I've had to degrade myself to talking about shit. Literally. That Trump smells like shit. I said it, I'm not going to say it again, I promise. But that's factual. Yes, Damon's saying the loser is pooing on himself. Because we hear him farting. I mean, while he's telling Detroit that Detroit is Damon, you're funny. Well, he's telling Detroit what a you-know-what hole it is. I don't remember what word he used. But he's up there in front of the people of a particular city telling them how badly their city is failing and how badly their city sucks. I was trying to imagine that today. He smells bad. That's what we're hearing that a lot. He smells terrible. I was trying to imagine, not to mention the flies all around him, right? Von Shits and Pants. Michael Cohen calls him, and Michael Cohen knows because Michael Cohen spent lots and lots of time. Yeah, it was Detroit. Yeah, I know. I remember what city he was talking about, just talking crap about right in front of them. So I was trying to imagine, what if a politician came to my city, maybe somebody who was running for senator or something, or representative. What if they came to my city and they stood up there and they started telling me that my city sucks and they were wanting my vote? I just don't think it would work. Von Shits and Pants. Love Michael Cohen. I love everyone who tells the truth and nothing but the truth. Even if it's an awful truth. I just want people to tell the truth. So, Warren's not in the house tonight. It's a Jewish holy day, so Yom Kippur. So I'll remember to do a group hug. So, what are you talking about, Rose? You're saying then you ask me a question like what? Okay, so Maria's saying her brother and family survived the hurricane. I'm going to pull 3 cards about the Obama effect. I'm pretty struck by a year and a half ago of how I did a reading on what was going to happen in America. And I don't know if I could ever find that video. I've made so many videos. And I really got that what was going to happen in America, you might remember this, and I mentioned it the other night, was that we would be so overrun with climate disasters that people would have no choice but to come together. Yeah, people will have no choice but to come together. Can't even imagine people who have lost everything busying themselves up with how much they hate the woke liberals. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is trying to do her best to get people to think that way. You just got a whiff of Trump. Hey, what do they call it? Not clear audience. Clear something. Clear audience is when you hear things psychically. There's a word for it. I have to look it up. Sorry. I had to kind of share it so I didn't have to think about it as much. So I'm sharing it with you. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene said we control the lasers and the weather. Yep. I'm actually not going to read on her with this deck because she deserves the nefarious deck, which I have hidden from myself. Maybe we'll. Oh, I see where it is. Is it true that Judge Cannon's house was damaged by a tornado? Feels right. Hey, Darren, I got your envelope. Thank you so much. You make my day all the time. You're the best. Yes, it's true. You could feel the prayers in Florida. Thank you, Debbie, for sharing that. Clairvoyance is clear seeing. Clear audience is like psychic hearing. There's a word. You're the best, Darren. There's a word for being able to smell psychically, which I don't want that skill. 3 cards about the Obama effect. So grateful he's on the trail. The show The View pops up on my feed, and I do listen to some of it just to hear what they're talking about. They're still treating this as if it's a normal race. And I have a low tolerance for the show The View. Sometimes I just go for the headlines, see what they're talking about. But I have low tolerance for The View. I don't know if you guys ever watch that. All they do is talk over each other. It's so annoying. The Obama effect. I mean, I think they need to stop talking over each other so much. It's so, it makes you nervous after a while on The View. Yeah, Whoopi is saying it's not normal, but they're too much talking about, oh, well, these men, they like Trump. And it's like, let's change that conversation. He's bona fide sick through and through. The man lives on McDonald's his whole entire life. No wonder his digestive tract is messed up. Electrostorm, it's a heartbreak in Florida no matter how many prayers are made. I think what Electrostorm was referring to was that as horrible as the hurricanes were, it did downgrade from a category 4 or 5 to a 3. It doesn't mean there's not massive, massive, massive damage. It could have been even worse. Clear Alliance? Clear Alliance. Huh. Clear Sentient? I'll look it up too. Clear Faction? Yeah. Okay, that sounds right. Good evening, Thomas. Just so you know, it's a Jewish holy day, so Warren's not here. Send him good vibes. We will do a group hug. Please hit the thumbs up. Thank you for being here. You make my day when I come on. So the Obama effect, very clear message. Obama is going to change people's minds that were, if you can believe it, on the fence. Yeah, it's working. Tom Kapoor, are you saying Tom Kapoor? Clear all the faction, clear all the hair products, clear all faction. Okay, yes, the Obama effect is going to work. Suzanne, why are you saying you've had it with mediumship? I don't understand. Why are you saying that? Come on, let's keep it positive. Let's keep it positive. Oh, okay. Autocorrect made you say Tom Kapoor. This is the Obama effect. Yes, it will make a big difference. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of, I think that Obama is really so devoted. So devoted. Can we just say in the chat, just to keep it all on the up and up, the hurricanes were unimaginably the most horrible, hellish, awful thing we can ever imagine, no matter how much we prayed and intended, and how much some people are like, it could have been worse. Let's just all be in agreement so we have harmony in the chat. It was horrible. It was bad, bad, bad. And we're going to have more unless we take action on getting Democrats 38 tornadoes, horrible. Our only choice, if we want to survive as a human civilization, is to vote for Democrats that pay attention to science. It was horrible, horrible, horrible. And I know you didn't mean anything by that, Electrostorm, and I did hear that it was expected to be a Category 4 or 5, and it got downgraded to a Category 3. So that's all that was being referenced, okay? We can't believe it. We really can't. None of us can believe it. I've seen some video on YouTube, and I'm just like, wow. So, if everyone plants one tree, yeah, Sadhguru has a project that does that, Project Green Hands. Dad joke, bad puns, it's how I roll. Bad puns, it's how I roll. I like it. So as far as the Obama effect, it's a lot of work, but Obama he's in 150% at least. And Michelle's a little worried. Michelle Obama's a little worried, but you know, he's a hero. They're all heroes. Joe Biden is a hero. Kamala Harris is a hero. Tim Walz is a hero. All the people in our Congress that are fighting for democracy are absolute heroes. People on the national news said they're leaving Florida. Are you saying that we won't get any coverage anymore? What do you mean? Yes, and Thomas is saying don't fall for the MSM mainstream media doom polls that are being flooded by. Let's look at that next. When I mention The View, that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about, that I'm hearing them say on The View. Oh, this race is so tight. This race is not tight. You come to the Psychic News Network to get my psychic impression. I did a psychic poll like last week, and I saw that about 70% of Americans want Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Yeah. There is a huge blue wave. Yeah. Are any of the polls accurate? Are any of the polls accurate? Are any of them close to accurate? No. No. Darren saying her aunt wanted her to move to Tampa. Yeah, I told people to move out of Tampa years ago. So sorry if you're there. All right. There's going to be a lot of migrants from Florida moving to the rest of the country. Let's read about that. And we'll do a group hug momentarily. I would like for more people to hit the thumbs up before that happens. If you could. Okay, the polls are not correct. The polls are not correct. Kulan saying, stay away from the water in Florida, even a river or lake. And this video I was watching last night was like, these guys are wading through the water. I'm like, oh, I don't know what kind of diseases you're going to get. You should really not be wading through the water. But they were going to one of the, maybe Siesta Key to see what the damage was. Yeah, are you sick of the narrative that the race is neck and neck? I mean, it's like, honestly. Yeah, watch Shrinking Trump. Yeah, those guys are great. Nobody to do the roofing in Florida. Get rid of all the immigrants and you've got nothing. If you ever travel, for example, if you go on a flight somewhere, mostly everybody is from another country. The people at Starbucks, the people at the gate, the people at, the baggage check, all the flight attendants, all, just about a huge percentage. And Trump, the loser fascist, gosh, it's funny, when I mention his name, I just see a big blob of nothing. Empty. Wants mass migration. Mass deportation. He wants to round up migrants into camps. Concentrated camps. That's what Trump wants. Stop it. Let's do a group hug before I read any more. Let's do a group hug on this country, all the devastation, all the people in the devastation. I might pull together a group meditation this weekend. I will let you know. This will change Floridians. Yes, this is the thing that's going to bring us together. That's what I was referencing. If I finished my sentence, I might not have. That a year or so ago, I was saying what's going to happen to America is the global climate change events are going to make us all equal. We're going to get past the pettiness. Yes, the other Annette's in the chat. Let's do a hug for a Kamala Tim Walz win. Let's do a group hug for all the people that are suffering to find help, for the people that are listening to the fear mongering, they get the truth. Let's just do a big hug for healing. All right? 1, 2, 3. More Democrats running and elections winning. Right? Thank you. I'm going to actually pull 3 cards about the polls. I'm going to pull 3 cards about the polls and mainstream media. Terry went away on vacation. I'm lost. She left me. All right. Yes, she left me again. In 2024, we see justice more and more. Even Cavuto, Neil Cavuto on Fox is calling out the lies about FEMA. That's what I'm saying. That's what I saw. We're going to have to come together. We're right in the aftermath of this insanity, this hell. What I'm asking about is if the polls are correct that we're hearing out of mainstream media. No. The polls are ridiculously wrong. And the death card means they're going to be outed. And the 7 of Pentacles is they're having a hard time. Mainstream media, citing these polls, they're going to start to have a hard time making it make sense. Honestly, they're having a hard time making it make sense. Kamala Harris wants to say it's a tight race because she wants people to go out and vote, unlike what happened in 2016 when, well, she's not doing that in a deceptive way. That's what the polls are saying. So these are interesting cards because I'm asking about mainstream media and the polls, and they're lying. They're trying to trick people. There'll be an end to that. And the 7 of Pentacles means they're going to have a hard time continuing to keep up the jig. Yeah, they're going to have a hard time keeping up this ruse. Because it's, yes, the media companies, they want viewers to be afraid. Let's watch things that are nice. Maybe they'll get well, that's what we're doing by watching pro-democracy channels. Yeah, they're trying to justify their own means. They're not telling the truth. And I can't wait for an absolutely stunning record margin for Kamala Harris either, Michael. Absolutely. I can't wait for the truth to come out. The truth always comes out eventually. And we're not talking about Truth Social. Evil turns things backwards. It's time for the nefarious cards. Yes, it is. It's time. All right. Yeah, just like the red wave they were talking about. Remember that? Yeah, Mika was going off this morning. I want to say something about that. I did tune into MSNBC for just a few short minutes this morning, and I noticed Mika was going off. Not sure if Joe was there this morning. I didn't watch it long enough. And I thought, you know what we've done at Grassroots of Democracy? We had everybody who decided to do the task, send the same email to all of mainstream media and say, knock it off. This is dangerous. Hey, John. Yes, the nefarious cards are coming out. Mika's really pissed off. More of that, please. Let's ask if that will catch on. We don't have much time. Did I see Dawn? Con Dawn? And new makeup? He's really, really dark? No, I didn't. Okay, so Paul is recommending watch Shrinking Trump from today. They came out with a poll that's more accurate, that will make us all very happy. Okay, we'll look at it. I usually do watch that. Do we think the GOP watched Mika? No, I'm not talking about the GOP. I'm talking about the general public. Come on, Deb. What's the matter? I mean, not Deb. Sorry. Suzanne, are you good? You want to do? We need a dad joke. Here we go. Here we go. Suzanne, this is for you. The fattest knight at King Arthur's round table was Circumference. He acquired his size from too much pie. I guess you have to be a geometry person for that. Our mainstream media... Deb's granddaughter just turned 18 and registered to vote. That's so wonderful. Our mainstream media are going to start to take Mika's lead. I'm getting a yes on that. I'm getting a yes on that. I'm not quantifying it with, how much, but... All right. Yeah, the incredible shrinking Trump. I will take a look at that. What the heck am I reading on? I have the nefarious cards. The loser. When I tune into Trump, he's very sick. He's very through and through. He's very sick. Physically. Okay, I am going to pull 3 cards about that. I feel like I don't even like tuning into Trump because he feels like he's sick. It feels like he might be throwing up or something. All right. Did I read he won't be able to stay until the election Yes, I did read that. I've read that many times. And I read energy, and I hadn't seen him in my mind's eye. I hadn't seen him on the ballot. I just feel like there's no energy there. So let's see. We're reading on him. Trump and Putin. Hang on, my sign. Hang on a second. Because since YouTube wants to keep my numbers remarkably low for years and years, I'm just going to hold this up. Again, just to remind you all, because the card that I see right here, let me remind you too that that's factual. There's Damon's favorite card. That how Trump is right now is he's really leaning. I almost feel like it's a physical leaning into the money, the money people. I see Trump on the phone desperately pleading for money. The way it's kind of similar to the way he called Brad Raffensperger, asking him to find 11,870 votes. Yeah, Michael's saying he's gotten from his pendulum many times Trump is not going to make it to the election. He feels so ill to me. In the mail today, you received a very nice card to make sure to vote and Democrat all the way. Yeah. John went out and voted. He's in Ohio. I don't think we've had early voting day yet here. Coming soon. So the Page of Pentacles. I keep on getting the same thing about Trump the past couple of times. He's leaning heavily into people around him to do the work for him. He's very weak. And by the way, the release date for The Apprentice, the movie, and Putin, exactly. The release date for The Apprentice, the movie, is today. So if somebody can Google, maybe on your phone or something, The Apprentice, I heard that today was the day. And also, today was a day, I think Judge Chutkin is going to release the notes from Jack Smith's findings. Carol saying, don't see the election. What do you mean by that? Oh, that you don't see it happening? Thank you, Pia. Look, I didn't even have to look it up. Early voting in Massachusetts starts on October 19th. Thank you. That's when I will vote. That's a Saturday. That's next week. Yeah, today's the debut of The Apprentice, but where can you see it? Maria, you said that we could see it in Chicago, but I'm in Boston. Let's pull 3 cards about, well, actually, let's do this. Is Congress going to come back to vote to fund FEMA? Which they voted, the MAGAs voted not to fund FEMA. Oh, we don't need it. Just let people die. Project 2025 takes away FEMA altogether. Oh yeah. Darren read Mary Trump's book. I have that on Audible. Okay. Keep doing this. I was like, what am I asking? Is Congress going to come back to vote on funding FEMA? Okay, I'm getting the same thing that I got the other night. Yes. Well, you might have to succumb to the pressure, Suzanne, because this is a pretty strong yes. Heard some Republican yeah, I'm getting a pretty strong yes. I don't think, yeah. Yeah, sorry, he doesn't have that little smirky elf. MAGA Mike doesn't look like he's going to succeed in not bringing Congress back. Remember, they passed the budget. They didn't shut down the government because of how badly, how it would reflect on them, right? So then saying, my gut says they don't want to come back because some might get served with indictments. Let me ask that. Does that have anything to do with it? It actually does. Wow. Wow, that was pretty good. That's interesting. Suzanne was saying some of the MAGAs might want, my gut says they don't want to come back to vote to fund FEMA because some might get served with indictments, and my pendulum was jumping out of my head. The Apprentice is playing in Boston? I don't have plans to drive in, but I could, I guess. Elon has an evil laugh. Oh, Elon's just evil through and through. You saw that picture I held up the other day. I won't show it to you again. I won't subject you to the photo of Elon looking like the devil incarnate, because I've already grossed you out. Only so much slime, dark slime, grossness per show. I'm going to pull 3 cards on MAGA Mike. Thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. They tell me it helps me on YouTube, but so far, no cigar. People in Florida didn't believe the BS about the fake news that the government wasn't doing anything to help. That's good to know. I mean, I'm sure some did. Debbie's saying he's not bringing them back. I'm just the reader. I'm just the messenger. I'm reading on if MAGA Mike is going to have to come back so they can vote to fund FEMA. It's not my opinion. It's what I'm reading. Just joking with you. The Apprentice is showing in Florida. All right. To wherever they have power. I heard that 2 million people are without power. It might have been higher than that. 3 cards on MAGA Mike. So the movie's out, it sounds like. Yay! We'll read on what effect that will have, too. They announced today he approved FEMA taking money from the 2025 budget. But I heard they had to come back. Did you hear about the ATM that got addicted to money? It suffered from withdrawals. That's kind of bad, but it's funny. MAGA Mike, 3 of Wands, Nine of Wands. Boy, MAGA Mike's got so much burden on his shoulders. Those are little shoulders. They're little teeny weeny shoulders. The Ten of Cups. MAGA Mike, he can't handle all that's coming at him. When I see MAGA Mike in my mind's eye, what I feel from MAGA Mike is I don't think he's sleeping. And by the way, the last time I saw him on some Meet the President or George Stephanopoulos, the last time I saw MAGA Mike, he looked awful. He looked like he's not been sleeping. He looked puffy. He looked completely stressed out. And I feel like that's what I'm seeing from MAGA Mike here. It's too much. Nine of Wands, it's a lot of communication coming at him all at once. I'm seeing them having to come back. Yeah, and when you think about MAGA Mike he's had to relent. He's had to cave about 3 times. It goes without saying, he's a terrible speaker. Does MAGA Mike wear eyeliner? I don't know. I didn't see. He's got little eyes, so it's a little harder to see. John wants to know if MAGA Mike wears eyeliner, so we're just going to have to look at that. Does MAGA Mike wear eyeliner? Kind of, sort of. Not like, you think Phil and Don and MAGA Mike are talking? Yeah, they always talk. And the Donald talks to Putin. Which I've been saying the whole time. I never stopped saying that Donald Trump was in touch with Putin. Not once. I'm just saying. Yeah, so MAGA Mike, it looks like he does wear a little makeup. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's good. He's also talking to Bibi. Do I have to hold up my book again? Yes. This is who Trump is in collusion with. See? Proof of conspiracy. I just kind of use this as a display. Kind of like, yes, he's been colluding with all these guys. He's a treasonous traitor who's on the side of the enemy. And what really makes me crazy, and I'm sure it makes you crazy too, is like at these Trump rallies, Adam Mockler is asking people if it was between Putin and Kamala Harris. Guess what some of these idiots are saying? Amanda, you're here. I haven't seen you in a long time. Guess what some of these idiots are saying? If it were between Putin and Kamala Harris, they're choosing Putin. Do they know what he has done to, I don't know how many, but millions of Ukrainians? What is wrong with them? I was going to play you my song tonight, but I didn't get it together, so somehow I got busy. I have a new song. I would just play it for you live. We'll do that Monday. What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday? I am 80! Y'all just keep me coming back for more. Wow. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and I'm going to pull from a different deck. Because I have so many decks, I might as well make use of them. I'm going to pull 3 cards from the I call this the Tia deck. Hey Tia, I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing okay. Tarot de St. Croix. We're going to pull 3 cards about the effect of the, good to see you, Amanda. The effect of the Apprentice. And saying, thank you, Suzanne. I like that little, you were amazing. That's so cute. Thanks for the donation. When you become a member, you get invited to a psychic party the last Saturday of the month. You also get an affirmation in your inbox every day. This month I'm inviting all the members, not just the 2 levels, but all the members to a Halloween party. You might want to become a member. Yeah, I'm glad you tuned in, Amanda. We have a connection. Okay, 3 cards about the effect of the movie The Apprentice on the Trumpster. Okay, well, what's going to happen with the movie The Apprentice is this. It's going to kind of rip Trump to shreds. He's going to go all over his Truth Social and say that all the things that are in the movie are things that Kamala has done. I mean, because, that's what he does. And it's going to make Kamala look so polar opposite, like she's a total, couldn't get any more opposite end of the spectrum. Like that is like they're on 2 different planets, the Trump planet and the Harris and democracy planet. And what it's going to do when the Apprentice movie comes out and more people see it, and I'm getting the sense that it's going to be like gangbusters. I'm getting like this is going to be a movie that everyone's going to watch. Besides the report that Jack Smith filed with Tanya Chutkin that was, they had to find out what Trump has immunity from and what he doesn't, and official duties, and that, what a mess the Supreme Court put them through. But the notes are coming out to the public too. And more people are going to know that he stinks like you know what. I have to limit my grossness. The 4 of Pentacles. Trump will be continuing to hoard and to hide after The Apprentice comes out. He's a man who's living in lack. He's not a billionaire. The Apprentice effect is going to be awful. Just awful. I feel like so many people, even if it's just out of curiosity. I know what you're saying, Michael, about people being... You can't believe people are undecided. Yeah. Right. Yes, thanks, John. You were at the Halloween party last year. We dressed up and everything. It was great. Thanks for mentioning that. So all the members are invited to the Halloween party. That's going to be, gosh, I can't believe it. It's right around the corner, the 26th. And every month thereafter. The last Saturday of the month, we have a psychic party. I think more people need to be developing their psychic abilities because that's going to help us through all of this. Okay, let's pull 3 cards about Harris-Walz. I think we'll stick with the happy cards. Thomas is ready for the Halloween party. My decorations are coming out slowly. We have ghosts. See, this is to scare you about Project 2025, so you do whatever you possibly can. Okay, so 3 cards about the Harris-Walz campaign. They're coming out with some great ads, but there's so much material to pull from as far as Trump goes. Whenever they do something heinous, the Harris campaign is right on it. They've got lots and lots of money. This country wants democracy. Let's just be clear. The American people want democracy. No doubt about it. So 3 cards about where they're at in their campaign. And I don't want to hear any of this like, oh, men don't trust women to... Where would the men be without the women? Obama was talking about that. How are they doing? They're reaching the young people. They're reaching the young people. Yeah, they're reaching the young people for sure. The 4 of Wands. Yeah, what Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are... What they're presenting, what they're building is a sense of safety. And that's what that's interesting too, that I'm picking up on that so strongly. Because it really does feel like these hurricanes are kind of the last straw. Dad joke, I ordered a chicken and an egg online. I'll let you know. Oh dear. You'll be absent from Church of Spirituality this weekend? You can watch it the next day. Thank you. You're doing some good stuff. Fundraising for, Darren saying, a Toys for Happiness fundraising event at a local fire hall. Good. Good. Do good things for people. It'll make you feel so awesome. Rose is saying Jasmine Crockett and Maxwell Frost have been making an impact. Yeah, for sure. Now it's our turn, right? But as far as the Harris-Walz campaign, they're really appealing to the youth. They're making the voters feel like there's a safe haven with Walz and Harris. And we all want to be safe. And these hurricanes have definitely made people aware, just to put it very, very mildly, that we want to be safe. You guys notice there's a ghost? It's kind of blending. This is Daryl the Democracy Ghost. What do you think of that? Project 2025 is spooky. Oh my, would you look at the time? Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. We have tea leaves, but it's Friday night. We have a little time. If there's something that you want me to ask the cards, go ahead and put the question up. You thought I met a real ghost? Do you see it? It's kind of blending in. Kind of spooky, huh? I was thinking of getting one of those life-size, like, haunted ghost brides to put it on my porch. And I was like, I think it would scare me. You guys got your decorations up? Read on Leonard Leo. Ask me a question. What do you want to know about him? Democracy is not a ghost. Need to find a better name. Well, tell me what you think. Could be one of our founding fathers, right? So Thomas wants to know if Leonard Leo is involved with Nazism. Yes, I already have the answer to that. I don't have to pull cards on it. Yes, he is. Yes. Oh, the tea leaves are like, wow, interesting. What has Loomer been up to? Well, ask me a more challenging question. Well, we know the night of the election that Kamala won. We will not. I read on that already. Are any more hurricanes going to hit the U.S.? Yes, more hurricanes will hit the U.S. during the rest of hurricane season. I wish I could do something about that not being the case. But I definitely see two or three more. Baby bump? What? You can't just put baby bump with a question mark and not, like, anymore. Who are you asking about? Laura Loomer? You're asking if Laura Loomer has a baby bump? I can ask the pendulum. That's the first I heard about that kind of thing. Putin is in Iran. What is he up to? I don't even want to think about it. Does Putin know all of Trump's secrets? Yes, he knows. Yeah. Putin knows KGB. Okay, so somebody's asking for some reason if Laura Loomer has a baby bump. Does she have a baby bump? Does Laura Loomer have a baby bump? I'm getting a no on that. We've had a series of small earthquakes on Puget Sound. A couple years ago, I did see more earthquakes. You'll be okay, Rose. We're all at risk of something, right? Okay, let's go to the tea leaves. If you'd like to book a reading at psychicannetdion.com, just saying. Michael's going, that's a good question. Trump says he never uses condoms. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it out of the slime. Okay. You guys are getting crazy. Please do everything that you can to save our democracy. If you go to my Substack, it's Grassroots of Democracy Group. Please subscribe to my Substack. I write articles 3 times a week about what we're all going through. Okay. Rose is getting ready for the potential for an earthquake. Does Putin know all of Trump's secrets? Well, all that's kind of relative. Maybe Putin wants to collect the $1 million bounty on Trump's head. Oh yeah, from Iran. Well, thank you, Liz. You rock too. Book a reading. You won't be disappointed. I can't even tell you how long it's been since somebody booked one reading. PsychicAnetDion.com. Come on, use my talents. I do pick up, and we'll read more on Monday. And I'll have I wrote a song a few days ago that's like a song for the MAGA people. And I'm going to play that for you on Monday. Monday's a holiday, but I'll be here. I don't take holidays. The loser wants military security. He can keep dreaming. The tea leaves now, because it's getting late. We have Jupiter. All right. This is an interesting kind of an image. It's like a rising. It actually looks like a very tall person holding a cat. So I think that you're going to see an expansion of, dare I say, what do you call them? The catless women. I don't know. I'm trying to erase it from my mind. The childless cat ladies. Anyway, we're going to see a lot of movement around a small man. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of movement around, and that kind of fits too, against misogyny. So that just reminds me of the childless cat, because it looks like she's holding a cat. It looks like a figure of a female holding a cat. Yeah, tall cat ladies. There you go. And it's Jupiter. An expansion, like they're getting larger than life. An expansion of the segment of the population that are the women. Looks like a cat in a spaceship. Yeah, it's interesting, what you see. And this is there's a cup, and this is above this is all about the females. Look out, the women are coming. Look out, everyone. The women have arrived. That bodes well for Kamala. And here I see, this looks like somebody shooting a rocket. That looks like strong man trying to be strong, trying to attack the women, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And then this kind of looks like a monkey, and that looks like a teapot. So, strong man holding some kind of a tool, because he is a tool, and trying to direct it at the women, but it doesn't work. He misses. And then there's a dove, there's a peace dove there. And I do see a monkey. I don't have my book to look it up. Monkey has to do a lot of busyness. And see the dove there? There's a dove. We are going to see peace. Peace will arise from this situation that we're in with the weather, with the disasters. So, wow, that's a lot. And also, this looks, not only does it look like a dove, but it looks like an American eagle. Lots in there. So, pray for peace. I see Carolyn, or next to her name, she has the Northern Lights. And thanks for reminding me. I think I'm going to go out and see if I can see the Northern Lights. I love you guys. I appreciate all the support that you can send my way, because I'm just relying on that. And I'm keeping the faith and all that. So, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. Psychic News Network. Join us, psychicannetdion.com to book a reading. Yeah, you saw the eagle, right? When we keep the energy up, we make democracy win. All right? Love you too. We'll see you soon. Namaste.